Hey guys, I'm doing a My Hero Academia chapter review. So I'll be reviewing 268 to the latest chapter as of now, which is 274. So there's quite a lot of content to cover. So I'm going to be going over it quite briefly, but because there isn't really much to speak about. So from chapter 268 to 270, what we have is pretty much the heroes cornering the scientist and the high-end Numus, and they want to smash the machine which Shigaraki's been kept in. And so that's kind of what the goal is, and they all work together. And they do eventually smash it. But we also learn some interesting news from the scientist as he's been captured by a Razorhead and Mike anyway. So what we learn is the scientist guy has been alive for nearly like 90 years or so, and the reason why he's still young is because that's his quirk, which allows him to double his lifespan. So that's quite interesting. So that would also help us understand why is it All For One? All For One has been alive for as long as he has anyway, and why he's still youthful as he is, because he's been around quite a while as well. And something else we learn is he has the ability to duplicate quirks. And so what the scientist has right now is the fake, is the duplicate version, whereas All For One has the original. And we also learn that the All For One quirk, the original quirk, has been implanted into Shigaraki. So that's kind of a parallel to Deku as well, because All Might had he had the last embers of the All For One. Ah, okay, for One For All. No, One For All. It's so confusing. So All Might had the embers of All For One, and so in a sense they were both empty husks when they were fighting, or maybe they weren't, but now they're both empty husks of themselves. Whereas the new generation, Shigaraki and Deku, they've got parallels because Deku has All For One and Shigaraki has One For All. So yeah, those names can get really confusing sometimes. The way I remember it is whichever the last one is it selfish or is it for a team, so All For One is for one, so that's evil, and One For All is wait, All For One, they're all working for the same goal, so that's good, and One For All is the evil one. So even I'm getting confusing explaining it, but yeah, that's what it is. And then in chapter 270, I gotta say that was a standout chapter for me, because we see Shigaraki actually awaken, and I do like the dream state that he's in. It's really trippy and reminds me a lot of Tokyo Ghoul in his mind state, and it looks amazing. I gotta say, I love the imagery used in that, where he's just waking up in this like floating city, and his family is the one that sees him, and he's just walking towards the darkness, shrugging off all his families, and I especially like the one where his mother, who was the previous One For All user, she's the one saying, "Don't forget," and he just brushes her off and stuff like that. So, but I can see that he definitely did care about his family, but he's gone to the dark side, as we can say, and he's awakened anyway. So, in chapter 271, which I'm on right now, we see the other cast members, such as Hawks. He just escapes from the hero's place anyway. I don't know what that is. From the big hero, he ditches the ride and he just kind of storms off on his own. So I want to see what that's all about anyway. Oh, so we now get back to the present day where Hawks is saving. Um, what am I saying? Hawks? I meant what's he called? I've forgotten his name, to be honest. I always forget the names. Oh no, it is Hawks. Yeah, he's helping him anyway. Okay, and so he's helping him from Dabi, nevertheless. And so this is going to be quite interesting because he also has a weakness for fire. So how is he going to be able to beat him? Yeah, Tokiyama, that's his name. Forgot. So that's going to be quite an interesting fight indeed. I don't think Dabi can. I don't think Tokiyama can beat Dabi because his weakness is also fire. So I don't know what he's going to be able to do against Dabi anyway. So hopefully someone will be able to save him in time anyway. But I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. And we also learned that Dabi's flame has become weaker, and he can't fire them on their own right now. So and this is quite cool actually. So Tokiyami is getting mentorship from Hawks as he's fighting, even though he's holding him captive anyway. So this is quite an interesting fight indeed. Sorry, no strength. Hawks, Hawks, Hawks. Hmm. Okay, I'm sorry, Hawks. Dark Shadow, no flames down here. I kind of saw this coming, so I made those last two blasts weaker to save some gas in the tank. So, oh my goodness, Dabi is definitely a formidable foe, but just in time, this massive explosion kind of intercepts Dabi from inflicting the final blow on Tokiyami. So you could say that Tokiyami got saved by the bell. Then we got this interesting panel of what's she called, Miss Mountain or something, flying, and yeah, that's and she falls on some trees. Booty incoming. That's pretty funny, I gotta say. Like the commenting on that. No one getting Redestro's way, and don't think you'll die painless deaths, you dogs of the state. Oh, and we also get to see the ice guy's true face, so that's pretty interesting as well. And he seems to be quite a formidable foe. But yeah, we can see the chaos, and we see Tokiyami get away actually, so that's good of him. He actually managed to get away, and yeah, I hopefully Hawks can survive this. Hey, hold on, what's up with my spare legs? Rudestro, what now? And we can also see Gigante Mashima stand up as well. So yeah, his master, he knows his master has ascended anyway, and he looks pretty scared to be honest, considering that's his master. So in chapter 272, I've not read this, so it's going to be a live review, I guess, from here on out. So from what I read from those few chapters, I got to say they were pretty boring indeed, and it was kind of like a little build-up chapter to this moment where Shigaraki finally wakes up. And yeah, I didn't really care too much about the chapters. Like I thought those last four chapters were pretty stale, and we just wanted one thing. Like the story was progressing at a snail's pace almost, but finally the climax has appeared in this chapter anyway. So it's good morning. So we got the rest of the students all around, gathering the citizens, evacuation stuff like that, and then somehow so it looks like the voice of him, the first to possess one for all. So Deku's getting contacted by his predecessors. He hasn't made contacts at that time. Okay, we don't have long to speak. A transcendent one is coming. From the shackles of humanity, his power now swells. A transcendent one is swelling. So with this, somehow Deku kind of sees he's got like a sixth sense, like an animal. He knows that danger is upon us anyway. All right, so all the heroes have cornered Shigaraki, and we now see Shigaraki wake up from his test tube, and everything Shigaraki touches, it seems to be decaying everything. So everyone's got to evacuate really quickly. So and it's tremendous how devastating his power is. As we can see everyone fleeing for their life as everything around Shigaraki is getting disintegrating anyway. And Razorhead has this as he's running away, he's got this Nomu holding onto his leg, but we can see that Nomu slowly but surely disintegrate. And unfortunately, for one of the heroes, he's one of those like no name heroes. I think he's the shield guy. He also disintegrates as well, and he's the one oh he sacrifices himself to decapitate the Nomu's hand so Eraserhead can get away. I gotta say that's pretty valiant of him as a hero. And we see him, he almost looks like All Might as well, I gotta say. And we see him do a thumbs up as he disintegrates, and I gotta say that's pretty sad, but that was quite heroic of him indeed. You had us beat, and then we get some more panels of the hospital kind of disintegrating into pieces. Um, I don't think Shigaraki kind of differentiates between ally and foe at this point. We just see a lot of people disintegrate, and I gotta say this power is absolutely cat, catamistic, catastrophe, catalyst. I don't know. Can't say the word, but it's just disgusting how much power and what is the range of Shigaraki as well. He's absolutely disintegrating everything as well. The AoE of his power is actually disgusting. This guy is broken. Shigaraki is completely broken. What is this? We see the town almost flat is get disintegrated, and we can see the professor is saying victory is ours because he has won in that sense. So with this Deku goes into 45%, and he uses St. Louis Smash as well. Air Force trying to kick the rubble away anyway and get moving people. Everyone run. So this has become kind of like a running chapter anyway. Everyone's running away from the danger. But I've got to say, what is this power, man? Like, how can anyone go near Shigaraki now? This dude is unstoppable. I don't think anyone can be able to touch him now. If he disintegrates anything in his area, like, how are you even supposed to hurt him? something we need to know. Only long range users, and especially if Deku is in the main what do you call it, main protagonist, he's a close combat user as well. So it, as soon as he touches Shigaraki, surely he'll just disintegrate. Everything's crumbling to dust. The second all five of my fingers touch your neck, your throat would start crumbling from the skin onwards. You turn to dust in a minute. It's Shigaraki. Well, no shit. Everyone kind of knows it's Shigaraki, to be honest. All right, and yeah, there is a real sense of danger now because we've seen a lot of people get killed, and nobody's safe. I don't think right now. And only the core heroes are safe. I would say, like the, but maybe some of the side staff is also they're not safe either. I don't think Endeavor or any of the top heroes are safe either. And then we see Shigaraki standing alone on this little pillar. I'm guessing that's where his chambers were, and he's awakened now. And he's got this robe on as well. Looks very ominous indeed. And darn, after the dock went all the trouble to make more of them, most of them are ruined. Overhaul would be so disappointed. Okay. Sweet. I guess I can choose when to make stuff decay now. Seems like things aren't looking good for us, but the plan was supposed to start right after I woke up. To me, Mashima, and bring the others. Who's he talking to? Oh, I guess he's on the phone now. This is when we destroy everything. About 18 miles away from Jaku Hospital, Gunga Mountain Villa. Whoa, hold on a sec, fat gum. There should be some medics in the rear guard. Go over there, Roger. Okay. You okay, Clementos? Yeah, I'll bring down the ice mountain in a moment. You jerk, that really hurt. You cubed or crushed, what will it be? Hmm. Follow in Miss Mountain's wake. Where we control her, so we can keep running up. Didn't you capture Himotoga and Mr. Compress? Oh, okay. Wow, that's interesting. So Toga's still around, and I think that's Toga destroying some of the villains anyway. Mister, where's the others? Dabby, did you run off to? You were meant to be a lieutenant. The whole regiment system doesn't work when they catch us off guard anyway. Want to blow this joint? I believe Twice was killed. Oh, Dabby knows about that already, actually. Alas, I tried but failed to stop her, even though jumping into the fray was tantamount to suicide. I've never seen little Toga lose her cool this like this. Hard to keep living. Okay, so I'm guessing Toga is kind of trying to let out her rage by killing as many heroes as she can right now. So I don't think Toga can sustain that very much long. But it looks like she did manage to get some of the villains. I mean, villains. I mean, some of the heroes. I want a world where I can live nice and easy. A world with just the things I love. But you heroes mess up everything. Oh yeah, she looks really pissed. So oh my goodness. And what's she doing? There's a giant hand as well. So I'm guessing is that Gigantimashima's hand saving her anyway. Meanwhile, back at the ruins of Jikaku Hospital, Shigaraki, number one, you're a hell of a wake up call. So what I say, looking at Shigaraki's cool demeanor as well, he seems he's very confident in his abilities right now, and I gotta say that his new outfit as well makes him look a lot like Griffith from Berserk. If you guys ever seen Griffith, anyway, the way his like hair is all almost like light white, like it looks like white snow and stuff like that. It looks shining. Gotta say, he does look a lot like Griffith in this, and I do like his whole evil villain cape. And he seems to have a phone as well, so that's pretty crazy. Like the number one hero is coming after you, and he's just holding his phone casually. Doesn't even look concerned in what any aspects of that anyway. All right, so we get on to chapter 174 now. So this is starting to heat up a little bit. Gotta say, the first half of the chapters I read were quite boring, but after Shigaraki's waking up, it's got a bit more intense and there's a lot more action and it's getting interesting. I gotta say for sure, it's very tense now. I'm not really sure if I'm not really sure who's gonna win this fight. To be honest, I mean, I do know that Shigaraki will survive, but I'm not sure if Endeavor will now because I don't think Endeavor could beat Shigaraki at this point anyway. Anyway, all right, so let's see what it does. So Hell's Curtain. Okay, so that's Endeavor's attack. That's a whole blanket of flash fire. You can't run away. Don't tell me Shigaraki can disintegrate the flames. I can't let this guy take another step forward. Yeah, that's for sure. He's got to be neutralized fast. Jet. Whoa. Gotta say. So it looks like Endeavor was going for the finishing blow with his attack, but he got interrupted with Shigaraki almost touching Endeavor's face, and the speed at which Shigaraki moves as well. Uh, That's pretty crazy as well. No ordinary person would function without protection in this heat. And that speed right after he got burned, he regenerated. Oh, he regened as well. So wow, that's got to be pretty crazy. That the fact that Shigaraki doesn't really feel the heat and he can regenerate as well. So wow, this guy is too strong, man. Gotta say. So and then looks like Endeavor's going for a reversal here, intentional endeavor here. I've been raised Shigaraki at the hospital. No, I've engaged anyone who can move without touching the ground needs to form a perimeter, no touch. Okay, so wow, but it looks like Endeavor is struggling a little bit with this anyway. The quirks that Master had stocked up, it feels like I've been reborn with it all. This power. For the next 4 months, you'll endure hellish agony, but if you can overcome it, you'll find that you'll hold everything in the palm of your hands. Wow. So then, why don't I feel satisfied? Ooh, that is some deep stuff that Shigaraki is saying. Even though he's got all this power, he doesn't feel satisfied with himself. And I do like this panel. I gotta say, it's like his face is being burnt, and we can see the burnt parts. But it looks like he's regenerating his face. That's pretty crazy. It looks pretty gross, to be honest. Of everything that All for One sought to possess, the number one thing that didn't behave as he saw fit, a one for something inside me is urging me on, telling me to go after it, to get one for all. Oh wow. One for all. Okay. So, oh, that's quite interesting. So, something telling him that he needs to go and find Deku, one for all. Say what? One for what? Whatever, help is coming your way. So, did. No, so Deku overheard that as well. So, he knows that he's going to be targeted by Shigaraki now down there. And it looks like Shigaraki can sense Deku as well, so that's pretty crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he looks and look, if you look carefully at this panel of Shigaraki's face, we can see that he's actually healed his injuries now. Because in the previous one, his face was still a bit burnt anyway. It's incredibly superb. Okay. Well, why are we back at this pussycat place anyway? It's only I still have my search quirk. I could help everyone. She's just around. That I don't know. That panel felt a bit useless. Throwaway panel, I guess. Burning what? You kids evacuate the remaining heroes. So I think Deku knows what's up now. That Shigaraki is going to be looking for him. So that's going to be quite interesting. And we could definitely see that Endeavor didn't know what Shigaraki was talking about in terms of the context. He's heading for the evacuees. Expand the battle perimeter. Start evacuating the city outskirts too. Hurry, seconds count because that thing is coming. And when it comes, it's all over. No way, Funkman's really gone. Mourn later. This evacuation's a race against time. And I think Deku knows what the situation is, and the reason why Shigaraki is going towards the evacuees is because he's coming towards Deku. So I think Deku knows what to do. I think he's got the gist of it. If you told them, there's no denying that they have to devote a lot of people to protect you, because heroes are supposed to protect everyone. You've already made up your mind, right? Okay, so that's quite nice that Bakugo's tagging along because I think that they both understand what the situation is now. Yeah, I got to prioritize the people's safety. First, we hear one for all, and then he's heading our way. That isn't exactly solid proof, but still, you better start moving. Hey, where are you going? I forgot something. I'll be right back. Okay, so I guess the lines, everyone. So, yeah, that's quite nice that Deku decided to tag along, but it's only those two that know what the secret is about one for all anyway. I'm not visible to the naked eye at this distance through mountains or dust, so assuming he's got enough way to track me down, assuming he's able to pick out one for all among a big crowd. Oh, so he's got a built-in sensor. He can see like light stuff. So I'm guessing it's the big light anyway. Deku, sorry here for using the private frequency, but there's a chance that Shigaraki is after me specifically. Maybe I can. Oh, so it's Deku speaking to Endeavor. There's a chance that Shigaraki is after me specifically. Maybe I can lead him to a deserted area. I'll wreck him, requesting permission to keep in contact this way. Ooh, so Deku and Bakugo versus Shigaraki. That's gonna be really interesting. I gotta say, now now this chapter is definitely heating up, and I can't wait to see how this fight goes down. And there is a big threat right now. Like Shigaraki, he's got such a high kill potential. Like a literal touch of him can kill you. That's gonna be dangerous for any villain in any show. But oh my goodness, that final chapter 174 is definitely the one. Gotta say, I enjoyed this chapter quite a bit. and I'm looking forward to what the next chapter holds in store. But yeah, so the chapters from 173 onwards, I gotta say, they were really good, like the pacing wise and the threat. Oh my goodness! And I definitely like this direction the story is going. You know, like two natural enemies meeting together as well, one for all and all for one. So yeah, and they're natural enemies for each other as well. They have history. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out anyway. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.